owners, along with Jeff DeBryan, of these two houses right next to scenic Michgan Central Station on Roosevelt Park in Porttown, Detroit. And a few weeks ago, we were able to acquire these two houses from the state to begin renovating for a project called the Imagination Station. And what you're looking at here is one very burned out house. It caught fire about 6 months ago. And it's really just a shell of itself that in a couple weeks we'll be knocking down with the plan to turn the space that the house occupied into an outdoor public art gallery. Something interesting and rotating every few months that people can come down and visit, spend some time at the park, and then learn more and maybe help out with this second house that we're going to renovate using the greenest practices possible. We've been talking to some nonprofits in the city about trying to get the funding from them and some of the labor from them for teams that they train to do a full green renovation on this to make this habitable again. So let's go into I should say before we walk into this, obviously it's a little bit colorful right now. We invited our friend Marianne Burrows, who's a mural painter, who's been painting a lot of big things in the city, to use the entirety of the house as her canvas before we knock it down. So this is kind of a temporary, it's like Buddhist sand mandala type thing. Put it up, do one last respect and creative act to the house, and then take that bad boy back down and wash it back out to sea. So let's go inside and take a look. Pretty much everything in here you could punch through. The floor in here seems stable enough where I don't really worry about walking on it right now. And there's no basement in these houses, just crawl spaces, I believe. So you can see Marianne kind of like trying to figure out how to work with surfaces that aren't really surfaces. She upstairs we'll see a cityscape that she painted, similar to the one that's on the side of the logger house now, and she continued those color themes onto these little sticks that fell off, which kind of look like little buildings. So we got a painting kind of blending into reality via paint and busted out stuff. So let's go upstairs and check that out. So this is the room where she kind of did her cityscape, and then this kind of all went through from here. It all went through the house. All these colored sticks that are kind of like the buildings. And there's the view from here. While she laughs, there's the station. There's some of the volunteers that are out there from the church group today. And Jeff's over there on the other side of the street there. But yeah, man, it's kind of Freddy Krueger's lair, right? It's like, looks like Strawberry Shortcake made a visit to Freddy Krueger's lair. With the painting on top. Watch out for the trap. So this is the Imagination Station. Is very well defended using the Home Alone School of Property Defense. There's also micro machines scattered around. This is our slide we put up. We got a dumpster coming here at 2. So we're going to put this into the dumpster, hopefully, and then just roll some of the stuff down. Oh, okay, that's cool. We're just going to sneak upstairs. Now that you do pictures, you want to say hi to the camera? Or no?
How's it going?
What's your name and what do you do?
Mike.
No, I'm kidding.
I'm an ex-con and I'm home.
Alright, let's see. That's good people, good tenants.
Yeah, I just don't do pictures.
No pictures.
Yeah.
Celebrity over here. So, this is today's job, is to remove the stuff that's up here. I mean, this is a lot of, I don't know how many generations of stuff from how many people, but broken glass, loose bottles, books, Blue Champagne by John Barley. It's a Hugo and Nebula award-winning science fiction novel. Check it out. So a little slide bad boy. So we'll keep relentlessly scooping things down here into the trash. Mike and Kevin are, who we saw downstairs, are just cool with us being here. I mean, they're happy to see. It's interesting to talk to them about the process of like fixing up the houses because, I mean, they've been in Detroit forever, and they tell you stories about like, you know, going to the train station and like being around when like these were occupied homes and stuff. And they're happy to see people doing things with it, you know, even though it kind of displaces them a little bit. They got a really good attitude about it, which is great. So this is the building that'll be fixed up, and hopefully next year at some point, all this stuff that you see, this whole junked up and dirty and whatever will be, you know, completely fixed up and occupied and in use, and hopefully help spark some stuff, you know, surrounding the park. Now, what you're going to see out here is relatively clean, even though it's ugly right now, because when we were out here last weekend, this looked like land that time forgot. This was all dinosaur food completely, with like weird plants I'd never seen before that brontosauruses eat or something like that. And so we attacked it with, you know, our weed whackers and scythes and shovels and stuff and knocked most of it down. And then the group that's here today volunteering just took all of the big brush and sticks and stuff, kind of dragged this into the alley. Then we're going to wood chip that later today and get this stuff out of here. My God, how are we going to wood chip this all? I've never run a wood chipper. I think Jeff has some experience. So this wall here we're checking out. I don't know what we're going to do here next. We'll probably, like, before too long, probably have some events here. I know our friend Brian does a lot of meat making, which you've had some experience with. Maybe we'll have some barbecues and project on here, something like that, get some film stuff going. Just get people together to like help rally some volunteer support, maybe some fundraising for it. But that's kind of the scope of our project right now is one house down, one house up, clean up the back alley, backyard, record the whole story of the whole thing so that we can reach out with people and show what it takes to do this and what goes into it. And if anybody wants to follow along, it's facethestation.com, has all the information.
Yep.
And so if you find yourself in the neighborhood here in Detroit, definitely stop by. While the house with the mural is up, feel free to come and enjoy that. Jeff and I, or Alan, or Mary, or Passion, or April, or Steven, or whoever on the Imagination Station team will be out here often. We got a lot of work to do. If you want to help out, if you just want to take a look and talk, totally do that. But we're accessible, and you can get in contact with the website. And we could certainly use some help, because this is right now a completely bootstrap DIY effort. And we're fortunate to have a lot of people who've helped us already. You know, the group that was out here today, we've had volunteers the last couple of weekends who've come out. And I think people are really excited about seeing something done with this location in such a beautiful spot in the city. And that's really cool with what's going to happen. But at the same time, it's also like really practical. I mean, there's crime on the parallel streets here and stuff. And just by removing some light and kind of making things more transparent, lighting it up, hopefully it'll have a really positive impact on the blocks here, and then hopefully also kind of like inspire and invite people that live further away or live wherever. We invite you, if you're in China, to come by the Imagination Station and enjoy our great views of Michgan Central.